My child, I speak to you now, not through the noise of the world, but in the quiet place where your soul still listens. I know your questions. I hear the ache behind your prayers. I see the confusion that clouds your path. And I say to you today, trust me, even when life doesn't make sense. I am not a God of confusion. I am not the author of chaos. Yet I know that sometimes my plans will stretch beyond your understanding, and the road I lead you on will not look like the one you imagined. Do not be afraid of what you cannot explain. I am in control. When you cannot see the full picture, you live within the limits of time, space, and perspective. You see only the frame in front of you, but I see the entire painting. I see the beginning and the end, and I am weaving every thread for a purpose you cannot yet comprehend. When the storms rise and the waters threaten to overtake you, you may ask, Lord, where are you? I am there. In the storm, in the silence, in the moments when the ground seems to vanish beneath your feet. You cannot always see my hand, but you are always held by it. Understand this. Confusion does not mean abandonment. Delay does not mean denial. Silence does not mean absence. When the answers seem hidden, I am still working. When your world feels turned upside down, I am setting it right in ways you do not yet see. My ways are higher. Do you remember that my thoughts are not your thoughts, and my ways are higher than your ways? You measure by what is comfortable, predictable, and explainable. But I work in ways that shatter the boundaries of human logic. When I parted the Red Sea, it made no sense to the minds of those who stood before the waves. When I told Gideon to reduce his army before battle, it defied all military reason. When I sent my son to be born in a humble stable rather than a royal palace, it overturned the expectations of the world. In every generation, my power has moved in ways that could not be explained, because I am not limited to the reasoning of men. If you only trust me when my ways make sense to you, your trust is shallow. Real trust is born when you choose to believe even when everything in you cries out for an explanation. Faith that endures in the fog. You long for clarity. You want the roadmap before you take the first step. But I am more concerned with growing your faith than satisfying your need for details. If you could see the entire plan from the beginning, there would be no room for trust. Faith grows strongest in the fog. It learns to listen to my voice when the path is hidden. It learns to cling to me when the outcome is uncertain. My child, do not despise these seasons of mystery. They are the training ground for unshakable trust. When Abraham left his homeland, he did not know where he was going, yet he trusted me. When Joseph was betrayed and imprisoned, he could not see the purpose, yet I was positioning him for the palace. When Esther risked her life before the king, she had no guarantee of success, yet I saved a nation through her courage. Your story is no different. The same God who led them leads you now. The battle between your understanding and my plan. I know how hard it is to surrender control. Your mind wants to solve, explain, and predict. But there is a battle between your understanding and my plan, and one must give way. If you insist on understanding before you obey, you will miss the miracles that happen only in motion. Peter had to step onto the water before he knew he could walk. The widow had to pour out her last oil before she saw it multiply. Joshua had to march around the walls of Jericho before they fell. Trust is not passive, it is active obedience without full explanation. If you wait until you understand everything, you will never move. But if you trust and obey, you will see my faithfulness unfold in ways that will leave you in awe. I am in control, even in the chaos. Look at the world around you. Leaders rise and fall, economies shift, Nations tremble, storms rage, illness strikes, loved ones are lost. And still, I remain on the throne. You may feel powerless in the face of chaos, but I am never powerless. I hold the seas in the hollow of my hand. I speak and the winds obey. I command the stars and they do not fail to shine. The same authority that governs creation governs your life. I am not shaken by what shakes you. I am not caught off guard by what surprises you. I am not scrambling to fix what seems broken to you. I have already gone ahead. I have already made a way. I am already turning all things for your good, even now. When pain tries to steal your trust, I know that pain can make you question me. I know that unanswered prayers can make you wonder if I am listening. I know that loss can make you feel as though I have turned away. But hear me, pain is not proof of my absence. It is an opportunity to discover my presence in a deeper way. Some blessings come wrapped in joy. Others are forged in fire. Some answers come quickly. Others take a lifetime to reveal their full purpose. I do not waste your tears. I do not overlook your cries. Every ache you feel has been weighed and measured against my perfect will for your life. I have walked with you through the valley, and I will walk with you until you see the sunrise again. Your part and my part. Your part is to trust and obey. My part is to guide, provide, and sustain. Do not try to take my part into your own hands. You are not meant to carry what only I can hold. Trust is not pretending you are not afraid. It is choosing to move forward even while afraid, because you know who walks beside you. Trust is not denying that you are confused. It is placing your confusion in my hands and saying, Lord, I believe you know what you are doing. If you give me your trust, I will give you my peace. If you give me your obedience, I will give you my provision. If you give me your surrender, I will give you my strength. How to trust when it hurts, trust me, by remembering my faithfulness. Has there ever been a time I abandoned you? Has my word ever failed? Have I not carried you through every season you thought you would not survive? Trust me by resting in my promises. I have said I will never leave you nor forsake you. I have said I will work all things for good for those who love me. I have said I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Trust me by releasing your timeline. You see delay, I see preparation. You see waiting, I see positioning. You see an ending, I see a beginning. Trust me by keeping your eyes on me, not on the storm. The more you focus on the wind and the waves, the more fear will grow. The more you fix your gaze on me, the more your faith will rise. I am already in your tomorrow. You fear the unknown because you think you will face it alone. But I have already gone ahead of you. I am in your tomorrow as surely as I am in your today. While you are still praying about what is to come, I am already shaping it. While you are wondering how it will work out, I am aligning people, places, and events for your good. While you are trying to imagine a way forward, I am opening doors you cannot yet see. Do not fear the future. You do not enter it without me. Let my peace guard your heart. When the world makes no sense, guard your heart with my peace. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is my presence in the middle of them. It is the anchor that keeps you steady when everything else feels unsteady. If you try to understand everything, your heart will grow heavy. But if you rest in me, your heart will find lightness even in the darkest season. My peace is not fragile. It does not depend on your circumstances. It flows from my unchanging nature. Let my peace replace your panic. Let my promises replace your doubts. Let my presence replace your fear. The reward of trust. You may not always get the explanations you want, but if you trust me, you will always get the outcome I have promised. The reward of trust is not only the blessing at the end of the journey, it is the closeness to me that comes in the middle of it. When you trust me, you learn to hear my voice more clearly. You learn to see my hand in the small details. You learn to live with joy even before the breakthrough comes. And when the answer finally arrives, when the miracle breaks through, when the provision flows, when the door opens, you will not only rejoice in what I have done, you will rejoice in who I have been to you through it all. My final word to you today, my child, you do not have to understand to trust. You only have to remember that the one you trust is faithful. I will never fail you. I will never forsake you. I will never abandon the work of my hands. Hold my hand, even when the road curves into mystery. Walk with me, even when the destination is unclear. Rest in me, even when the world shakes around you. For I am the Lord your God, unchanging, unfailing, and forever in control. Trust me.